All right, everyone, welcome to Bellevue, NANOG 61. It was actually just, yeah. It was actually 20 years ago yesterday that the first NANOG meeting was held in Ann Arbor. Wasn't able to get a roster from that list, but I'm guessing there weren't 150 people there. So thank you all very much for coming out. I appreciate that. We also had a special conference call this morning with the Weather Channel. They've assured us, if you're in Atlanta, 20% less chance of crippling ice storms this week. They also said don't hold them to that, so. We are at over 850 people here, so this actually makes it the most attended NANOG ever. Thank you very much for being part of that. It's a very large crowd. I can tell by some of the folks standing in the back there. There are still some seats up here if you want to work your way up. We got a couple seats left. Not that close. I also want to thank out our sponsors here. NTT is both the conference and network sponsor. You'll hear a little bit from them pretty soon. Thank you very much, NTT. I want to thank our premium sponsors, in particular our diamond sponsors, Google, Microsoft, VeriSign, and NTT again. Thank you. Before we get too far into this, I do want to thank the program committee. Their names are up on the board. They've put a lot of work into getting this program together for you. We'll be holding new PC elections this fall at the next meeting, so feel free to find some of these folks, talk to them about what they're doing, and see if it might be something you're interested in. We're always looking to add new people to the PC in the fall. A lot of things on tap for this meeting. We've got tutorials happening tomorrow morning. A great tutorial from TLF on NetComp. We've got MPLS from Richard Steenbergen from GTT. We've got great keynote content this morning from David Meyer as well as Lynn Bozak. Really looking forward to both those talks. Before we get too far into anything else here, what I want to ask is, who here, raise your hand if you've been to more than 10 NANOGs? All right. Here's the bonus question. Was anyone here at NANOG 1? I got 2. All right. Steve Feldman and Bill Norton. Thanks for sticking with us through 61 of these. I'm going to assume you've been to each one, so I'll give you credit for that. Lightning Talk submissions are open. We'll be doing Lightning Talks tomorrow afternoon. You can find those linked via the website, the submission page for that. Please get something in. It's about a 10-minute talk. Newcomer lunch. This afternoon, we will be doing a newcomer lunch immediately following the morning session. So I'll ask one more show of hands. Who are the newcomers in the room? All right. That's great. I think we've got over 200 newcomers here, so I hope to see a lot of you at the lunch in a couple hours. We'll talk a little bit more about the program and how you can make the most out of the NANOG while you're here. Socials. We got a lot of socials coming up. Tonight we're at the Billiards Parlor, courtesy of NTT. Tomorrow we're at the Rock Bottom Brewery, courtesy of Microsoft, and Wednesday night at Lucky Strike Power Play, courtesy of Facebook. So 3 good openings there, events there. Thank you. Let's see, a little comment about rooms and meeting areas. There's some track rooms adjacent here and nearby. There's an air and help desk out in the lobby. So those folks are standing by to help you if you need anything. And my last note is something on the microphones. We even have a, all right, so I'll read it. We have guidelines posted on all the microphones here. If you feel like you want to ask a question, please identify yourself and your affiliation first. I'll ask you that you ask one question at a time and then let someone else speak. There are several microphones. There could be other folks queued up. And the last note is, please be respectful and professional. We all know we're passionate about our jobs, so let's keep it professional. With that, I will hand off to Betty Burke. Betty.
Thanks. Hi, everyone. Everyone awake? Not too early? We started a little later to make sure that you could all get here for these opening remarks. I'm very, very excited to be here. As Greg indicated, NANOG is celebrating a pretty large milestone, and it's my great pleasure to be able to work with a group of volunteers that you see on this list that make NANOG work today. It's a very large organization and a group of dedicated people, which is part of the community that makes 850 people possible at a NANOG meeting. So thank you for all the support that you give us. Let's see if we get this working. Yes. While you're here at your stay at Bellevue, there's some lists. I'm not going to go through every one of them, but there is lots of folks who are looking at these lists and willing to give you any help that you need on finding your way around, or what's happening at what time, or something's not working for you. So please do let us know. The badges, you'll hear about these a couple different times in different venues, have colored ribbons on them, which is just an indication of who are the volunteers, where we come from, just a little bit of information for you. And again, as Greg indicated, a huge thank you to our host, NTT Communications. When I scheduled did hotel contracts and site visits and made an announcement that we were going to do NANOG 61 in Bellevue, at one meeting in a hallway, there were a group of folks that raised their hand and said, me, we want to make this the biggest meeting ever, and NTT, you've surpassed all of our expectations. You've been great. They put together a lot of engineering support to help us build a fantastic network here, and they've got great partners and have actually reached out and helped me with spreading the word about the meeting. So I really can't say thank you enough. And Michael, it's up to you. Let's see if I get this right here. Oh, yep. So we're now up to Michael. We're back at the beginning of the slide deck. I do want to, before Michael steps to the mic, just say one other thank you Greg mentioned, but it's really important that all of you say thank you to our sponsors who are here today. They've been wonderful in helping to provide financial support for the evening socials for all of you to enjoy after the meeting, and to provide Xbox gifts as part of the survey giveaway. Reminder, when you need to complete your survey to qualify for the presentation survey, you can do that via guidebook online with your mobile device, or complete the survey online on the website as well. Either one will work, and we will award gifts by the program committee during the program. So a few reminders, and again, thank you to all of our sponsors for helping us get this meeting launched. And let me introduce Michael Wheeler from NTT Communications.
Good morning, NANOG.
Hey, Dorian, how's it going? Surprised to see you this early in the morning. You usually don't show up until lunchtime. I just had a f***ing awesome breakfast at the Juanita Cafe in Kirkland. Still can't figure out how Smith didn't make that gig work out with Holly, though.
Now, Dave, please try and be civil. This is an important community, and you should be a bit nicer in how you talk about the other members of NANOG. It would be great if you could go find Mike after the session and just, well, give him a big NANOG hug.
Who the hell is Temkin hugging now? He tried to hug me in New Orleans last year, and I almost passed out.
Jared, please, don't be such an antagonist. I know you're a sweet guy at heart, so please try and be a bit more courteous. We all just need to try and behave like professionals. Exactly, Jared. Just be nice. We know you have wicked amounts of angst because you're a ginger, so just dial it down a notch or I'll have to whip ya. Whip ya good. Hey, does anyone here want to be friends? The whole time I was at Quamcast, no one wanted to be friends on Facebook. Now that I've moved on to Apple, maybe some of you are up for friending me? Anyone?
Jared, I got a couple of mouths to feed at home, so if you could just grow a pair and stick a router at one summer, that would be a great thing.
What am I going to do with you guys? I would greatly appreciate it if everyone could be a little bit more courteous with each other and perhaps more professional with our vocabulary choices.
If everyone can just excuse me for a few minutes, I need to go take care of something. I'll be right back.
Hey, if anyone is heading to downtown Seattle this week, let me know. I've got to check out Miller's Guild. It's a great new restaurant opened this year by Chef Jason Wilson.
Yeah, going downtown would be great. I've got to go check out the Experience Music Project. I know they won't have any ultra cool Devo exhibits, but I did read that the grunge section is fantastic.
Jared, is there any way you can turn up the bandwidth a notch or two? I've been trying to validate some of my favorite content sources from the Pacific Rim, but things seem a bit bogged down. I'm sure you were used to ultra-high levels of capacity in your former life, but now that you are in a bit less ostentatious circumstances at one summer, I thought everyone, including you, would be served very adequately on 100 gig E-connections here in Seattle. Maybe the Asian-oriented content you're looking for is stored farther away in Amsterdam. Well, I guess it will be adequate.
From the same page. Maybe I'm going deaf. Maybe I'm going blind. Maybe I'm out of my mind. Okay, now he was close. Tried to domesticate you, but you're an animal. Baby, it's in your nature.
Holy crap, Dorian! What's the story with the suit and the music?
Oh, I just wanted to have a proper entrance to today's session, and I prefer not to go anywhere without my official theme music.
Dorian, I don't care what your theme music is, and I'm not going to be twerking around in a pair of tidy whities with a foam finger. That's just not going to f***ing happen.
Well, Betty, I think that proclamation is a relief for everyone. Now that we have that settled...
Live from Seattle, it's NANOG 61!
So I'm glad to hear there's laughter and not stuff being thrown at me, so it means that I haven't upset anyone too bad. So anyway, welcome to Seattle, welcome to NANOG 61. 20 years, kind of an amazing thing. I think the size of the group speaks to it, but the reality is this group of people impacts the world on a minute-by-minute basis now, and I think you guys all are a huge part of that. So I certainly think it's a fantastic thing to get together, and I'm glad to see that it's here in Seattle, where a lot of us from NTT are based. So I'm going to hit a couple housekeeping items for tonight, but that's really all the excitement that I'm going to bring to the podium here. So there's a 100 gig experience center out in the back. I think you've heard it kind of mentioned in the animation, but there's a TV up there. You can stream some live stuff from Netflix, courtesy of Dave, or you can also plug your laptop in and stream your own personal content there as well and kind of play a little bit with that connection. We worked with Cisco and Cyan on that, and they were real helpful in putting that together and putting all the equipment in place to facilitate that connection. So if you want to take a look at some of the schematics back there, you can as well. Tonight, the social is at the Parlor, which is just across the street in the neighboring kind of tower. I think it's on the 3rd floor. It'll start at 8 o'clock after Beer and Gear wraps up, and our co-sponsor for that is Raging Wire, kind of one of our sister companies in NTT, so we want to thank them for their involvement with that. It's open bar, there'll be food, there's going to be a pool tournament. If you want to sign up for the pool tournament, you need to do it today during the day at the 100 Gig Experience Center. So teams of 2, and there's room for 48 teams, and so it's about 100 people in total. So we'll run that as long as it goes through the evening, and there'll be some prizes and stuff at the end. And then the last thing is, during the social tonight, we're going to be doing selling raffle tickets. And the raffle tickets are to win the TV, which is a brand new 55-inch Samsung Ultra HD TV. And we're going to be donating the proceeds to Seattle Children's Hospital on behalf of NANOG. So if everyone gets a chance to buy some tickets there at the social, that's the time to do it. So that's really all I have. So thanks very much. It's great to have everyone in Seattle, and hope you have a great week.
All right, thanks a lot, Michael. Betty mentioned it. I want to underscore it. We do have surveys up. You can answer them on the webpage via the guidebook app. We will badger you about these almost ceaselessly. They're very valuable to us. We've made a lot of changes to the program over the years directly based off that feedback. And Microsoft is sponsoring some giveaways, so there will be some new toys to be handed out every day based on survey respondents.